What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Knowledge Suave, seven-figure entrepreneur. I've been in the notary industry for going on 10 years now. When I first heard about the notary industry, I thought it was about driving all day or just notarizing documents, but I was completely wrong. So for example, when a lot of people hear about the notary industry, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, all right? Just be real. The first thing that comes to your mind is a person that stamps papers, gets $5, gets $10, and usually these people don't really make much money. It's just kind of like a side gig. A lot of people, when they get their notary commission, it's usually because they might have heard about it online and they found out, if I become a notary, I can make an extra $5 to $10. Cool. Or maybe you're the type of person whose job told you to become a notary so that you can notarize things for your job. And you're thinking, oh, I can't really make that much money from being a notary besides $5 to $10. That's level one. I thought that it was like that as well until I got into the industry. And then I started finding about mobile notaries, which is level two. So level one is your average notary, UPS, bank, whatever it is. They charge, sometimes it's free, sometimes it's $5 and $10. And then you have level two when you learn about the mobile notary industry. At that industry, that's where people start saying, okay, I can make a living out of this. I can make $2,000 to $10,000 a month, which is cool. Only difference with that is rather than just stamping papers for somebody that's $5 and $10, you're basically driving to their location and you're charging them a travel fee. So you're free to like $10 or $15, depending on your state, has now turned into $20 to $150, or depending on a document, maybe even $200. But the caveat, the change to this, which many people in the mobile notary industry knows, is that you're driving all day. You're driving all day. You're driving to these appointments, you're driving to these customers to notarize their documents, and you're giving up the one most valuable thing that you have in your life outside of family, outside of God, outside of whatever you believe in, and that's your time. This is the one resource that you're like never going to be able to get back. Not like, you're never gonna be able to get back your time. And for me, I was like, I don't wanna drive all day. And the only thing I knew from the notary industry outside of just notarizing documents was mobile notary. And that's just driving and notarizing these documents. The problem with that is, and what I ran into is, I was living in South Florida, but I was in like the Boca Raton area. And I would have clients down here where I live now in Miami that needed me to notarize a document. So I would drive down here, notarize the document, drive back. So for $50 to $100, I was driving an hour down and an hour up. So that's 2 hours of my life. So in my mind, I was like, okay, even though I make money from the notary industry, I have to drive all day. Until something in my life happened, which I'm gonna share with you guys at the end of this. So many of you mobile notaries may be thinking, okay, the only thing I can do is just make money from this industry and drive all day. Or another thought that might come to your mind is, me being an online notary might help me make money. And that's what you might think. But a lot of people that join these little services, like, excuse me, not little, but services such as like maybe like a Blue Notary or like a Notarize, they're not charging you anything. What, $5? Maybe, let's say even on the high end, $20. You're not really making a substantial enough money for it, and you're competing against a whole bunch of notaries that want to work from home too. So the only real money that many think that you can make is from driving all day and do these notarizations. But what I can tell you is that once I went broke after I went dead broke, and I came back and learned more about the notary industry, I ended up finding out that there's other ways to make money in it, which is like way more than being a notary. So much so that when I share some of my testimonials and like how I made $1 million fast on accident in the notary industry, people don't even believe it sometimes. But it's true, because I'm in such a niche sector within the notary industry that people don't even know about it, which is cool, because it's like, well, more money for me. But anyways, what ended up happening for me, I was in mobile notary after I went broke. I came back to being a mobile notary, and then I ended up having a call from a client that needed a notarization done. And when they called, and they said where they were, I think they said Tallahassee or something along those lines. I can't remember, but it was something that was further north from where I am now. I was like, damn, I don't know if I could do this notarization. But at that time, after just being broke, I was like, you know what? Every single appointment that comes through this door, every single appointment that comes, I'm gonna find a way to do this. So when they said that, first thing that came to my mind is like, you know what if I just call a friend and have one of my friends do this notarization. Because I have friends that live in Tallahassee. I'm in a fraternity. I can call out other people and see if they can do it for me. Ended up calling my friend and saying, hey, can you do this document for me? Can you notarize this? And then all they said was like, yeah, man, sure. And I was like, cool, bro. I'll just break you off. I'll split some money with you. And then I'll send you all the details. And he said, cool, no problem. I sent him all the details. He read over it. He was like, okay, cool. I got this. I said, perfect. After you do that notarization, bro, please just give me a call back and let me know that it was done. Let me know that it was completed, and let me know anything wrong that happens in it. Because the person calls me, so if you don't get the job done correctly, it's gonna be a reflection on me. No problem. This is what he said. No problem, did the job. After he completed that job, he ended up giving me a call back and was like, knowledge, everything went well. Cool, notarization went smoothly. The client loved it. You're good to go, they're completely done. And I was like, perfect. Just give me your Cash App or your Zelle, and I'll go ahead and send you over some money from doing the notarization. Because he was a notary too, so it was just perfect. Ended up sending him over money, and then after he did that, I just hung up the phone. I sat down in my chair, and then I said to myself, I just made $50 without leaving the house. I made this within a matter of minutes for me, because all I did was make a phone call, and I didn't have to leave the house. I didn't have to worry about going to a client's location and having them cancel on me, because that's happened plenty of times. I've driven down to Miami and I've gotten to people's penthouse and they canceled when I was at the door and had to drive back up home, which is a 2-hour commute for me. Cool. But anyways, I didn't have to go through that, and I just sat in my house and I made $50. So then I was like, I might have just struck some gold here. I might have just struck some gold. I made $50 in a matter of minutes, not really doing much. So then I just sat there and I thought about, how can I get some more clients? Because now that I'm not driving to the location, I can stack up more clients within one day. And even if I take a less of a commission, let's say I just take 20%. Let's just say out of $100, if I just took 50 or 40, it doesn't matter, because I can make $40 from multiple different people, multiple times within a day, and I can stack appointments at the same time in a day. And now my business becomes much more scalable. When I did that, I was like, okay, now I can get 50 appointments in one day. I can do all 50 of those appointments and be fine. But before, being a regular mobile notary or just being a notary period, I'm not able to stack my appointments. And I'm gonna be tired. I'm not trying to drive to 50 locations in one day, bro. I'm not on this earth to just work. I'm not here to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to live, enjoy life, and support my loved ones. So when I came upon that conclusion, I ended up thinking, okay, cool. All I need to do then is focus on how to get more clients and how to create better relationship with other notaries. Hence the reason now I make videos reaching out to other notaries, adding them to the team, and finding ways to collaborate, because now we can just split the money. I'll focus on what I'm good at, which is systems and marketing, and you focus on what you like to do, which is notarizing, and then from there, we can all make money together. So then after I started doing that, I started reaching out to more notaries, started getting better at my marketing, and then I came upon the conclusion, like, let me just keep doing this. Ended up doing this for a year, and within my first year, I ended up hitting past $1 million. And then I was like, you know what? Let me move away from here. Ended up moving down to Miami. A couple of years later, I'm like, yeah, it's time to get up out of the city. But anyways, so I ended up doing that, and then it opened up such a different worlds for me. You know what I mean? Like, I was able to have location freedom now, time freedom, beautiful view. Now every day when I wake up, I can just look outside. I'm looking at the stadium. I'm literally looking at the water. The water is right behind me. I have a view of the water. I'm around more entrepreneurs. I have the freedom to just go live where I want to live, whenever I want to live there, hang out, and just be able to buy food. Something as simple as buying food now is possible for me. You know what I mean? Like before, when I was super broke, I was just eating pasta, sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and what was the third thing? Pasta, PB&Js, and protein shakes, because I was trying to gain weight and I'm a vegetarian. So now I'm just able to buy food. Like, it sounds simple to you guys. Maybe you guys have a job. I didn't have a job and I had to learn the notary industry. But just being able to eat, just being able to have the freedom, it's the morning now. People are at work and I'm here making videos, chilling at my crib. Like, the notary industry has allowed me to do things like that. And I'm just saying, if you're a notary out there, if you're just somebody that wants a business that maybe not be flashy, it may not be the flashiest business in the world, but it makes money, and you know you're gonna have a check coming in, you might wanna look into the notary industry, or more specifically, creating a signing agency, like what I have. But anyways, if you're a notary out there, or if you're somebody that just wants another source of income to step away from your job, your 9 to 5, whatever you may be doing, you may wanna look into this industry. Go ahead and click the link down in my bio. Whether you have a notary business or not, or if you're just a notary or just somebody that wants to get in the industry, hit the link in the bio, let's book a call, let's chop it up, and I can show you things that you can do to at least get to the next level. Because I know back at that time, I wish I had somebody that could sit me down and say like, hey, do this, this, and this next, and hold my hand through the process. So if you're looking for that, if you just want to chop it up, hit the link in the bio. And hopefully this helps open up your mind a little bit more so that you can see the freedom that is actually possible for you if you just lock in, stay focused, and you believe you can do it. Once you have the belief that you can do it, you can achieve it. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It is your boy Knowledge. Peace, love. See you guys in the next video.